There is no shortage of budget stand-up paddleboard brands out there, but there's one in our mind that we think is dominating the game, and that is Retrospect. What's up, everybody? My name is Eric. Welcome to the Sons of Sever YouTube channel, where there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad gear. Today we're talking about the brand new Retrospec June stand-up paddleboard. This one is specifically made for fishing, so it's a really good all-around paddleboard, but it also has those fishing pole attachments, which is a really cool feature to it. Chris and I are going to go back and forth talking about all the things that we like and don't like about the Retrospec June. There's timestamps in the description if you want to jump around, but I'm going to send it over to him now to start you off with our likes.
The first like that I want to bring up for the June is going to be how incredibly stable this thing is. It's not extremely wide or anything like that. I think Retrospec is just really good at this. All of their boards for us have been super stable, super easy to ride, super easy to not fall off of. And obviously, the easier paddleboard is to ride, the more fun it's going to be to ride as well.
Okay, when it comes to my first like, the thing that I really love about this board is all of the things that you get with it for the unbeatable price. So it's $540 USD, but let me list off all of the things that come with this board. I'm actually going to read it off my phone because there are quite a few. So you get the board itself, an inflatable detachable seat. You get 3 detachable fins, and I'll talk about how much I like that in a little bit. You get a patch kit, you get the ankle strap, you get the paddle, you get a waterproof phone case, you get a pump, and then you get those fishing pole attachments. So that's a lot of stuff for $540. They have you completely covered. You get the board, you can take it to the water and get on that board the same day that it comes to your doorstep. I really love that about Retrospec. They have everything that you need to go have an adventure, and it's all included in that $540 price tag.
The next like that I have for the June is going to be that despite my first like with how wide and stable it is, it actually moves through the water pretty quickly. This thing tracks fantastically, which is what we found with all of the Retrospec boards that we've worked with. And because of that, you can get it going pretty quickly despite how stable it is and how kind of chunky it feels. That's not holding it back at all when it comes to the speed aspect. You can really get moving on this thing.
My next like is the 3 detachable fins. So the first stand-up paddleboard that I got was inflatable, but it was so big and bulky and it was hard to put away because the fins were fixed to it. I love that these ones can be taken off because that really helps you be able to roll it up really small and pack it away into the carrying case. So the fact that you can pack it up so small is really important for me. I have a pretty good sized family and we have a ton of stuff that we have to take to the beach with us. And so getting that board to be as small and to take up as little space as possible is super important for us. And that's more possible with the fins that you can take completely off of the board.
The last like that I want to bring up for this board is going to be the relative versatility that you get out of it. Obviously, you can stand up paddle on it. You can also kneel if you get tired of standing, but then you can also throw on the inflatable seat and you can sit on it, and that seat's actually pretty comfortable. Another cool thing about it, what I've done before, is you can stand on the back and paddle while another person sits in the seat. I did that with my 3-year-old boy who's not quite confident enough to stand on a board yet, and he loved paddling around while sitting in that seat. So I love that there's different options for how you can ride it.
The last thing that I like about the board, and this goes back to the detachable fins as well, and that is that you can kind of pick and choose the maneuverability and the stability that you want out of it. So if you want it to track really, really straight, then put all 3 fins on before you go out. If you want to have a little bit more ability to turn, then just put the big center fin in and that will have you covered. You could even put the 2 smaller side fins on and keep that center fin off, and that would make it maneuverable for you as well. But the fact that you can pick and choose what you want your experience to be out on the water is a really cool thing about this board. All right, time to get into our dislikes. Before we do that, we did want to mention that we do have an affiliate link to Retrospec's website. It's in the description of the video. If you use that link, it'll take you to their website, and then if that results in a purchase, we do get a small commission from that, and so it really helps the channel out if you use those links. And then we review a bunch of different types of gear. Mainly we do barefoot shoes, and so take a look at the rest of those links that are there and go and check out those websites and see if there's anything that you're interested in.
Getting into my dislikes of this board, I did have to get kind of nitpicky because there's not a lot to dislike about this board in the first place, but it seems that the fishing pole holders are behind where the seat sits, which is kind of odd. So I didn't get to test this out. We'll do this at a later date, but if you were to put fishing poles on this board where the holders are, they would be behind your seat. So you'd have to be turning around in order to see if you got a bite, constantly checking those poles. Seems like it would have made more sense to put them out in front. In my mind, that doesn't make sense. Maybe in reality, if you're actually using them, it does work out. But for now, that's going to be my dislike of this board, that it doesn't seem to make very much sense where they decided to put the fishing pole holders on the board.
When it comes to my dislikes of the board, honestly, I can't really think of anything, and so I'm just going to leave it at that. I think that they knocked it out of the park with this one.
Getting into my final opinion on the Retrospec June kayaking fishing paddleboard, would I recommend this board to somebody who is in the market for a board? Absolutely. This thing is awesome. It rides so smooth. You can get it going really, really fast. It's extremely stable. It's big enough that, in my opinion, you could throw another person on there with you if you wanted to do that. I love the way the seat is and the seat sets up and how comfortable this seat is. This thing is fantastic. I couldn't recommend it highly enough. And if you're interested in checking it out, make sure to use the link down in the description to get over to the Retrospec website.
All right, so when it comes to my final opinion of the Retrospec June, would I recommend this for other people? And absolutely with no reservations. We've had nothing but good experiences with Retrospec's stand-up paddleboards. We think that they're really affordable. You get everything that you need to get on the water that day with whatever board it is that you've purchased from them. The fact that the June also has those fishing pole attachments is just an extra bonus for all of those anglers out there. So if you're looking for an entry point board, but something that can take care of you, that's gonna last for a while and has everything that you need, I don't think you need to look any further than the June.
Folks, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. All those things really help the channel out. If you're interested in any of the products that we talked about in this video, there will be links to them down in the description. If we have discount codes for any of those companies, they will be featured with the links. If you want to get more content from us, there are 3 different places you can get it. The first one is Patreon, where for $1 a month, you can get exclusive behind-the-scenes content we don't post anywhere else. If you want to be most up-to-date with what we are working on, make sure to follow us on Instagram, where we are constantly posting unboxing videos. Go follow us on Strava if you're interested in seeing mini reviews in real time of the products we're using and what we're using them for. Strava allows you to track and post about your different activities. We track and post about our runs, trail runs, hikes, paddleboarding, and weightlifting, and we do little mini reviews on the products we're using during those activities. Go follow us there, and we will follow you back. We appreciate your view, and as always, we will catch you in the mountains.